Well, it is a beautiful late summer evening here in downtown Atlanta, and back we are at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the Georgia World Congress Center complex for another Atlanta United match tonight against Inter Miami. But this has been a crazy day.
A little
Lots
bit.
happened, and we want to get straight to it right off the top. We have here a socially distanced interview. We're up here in the broadcast booth, and Darren Eales is down on the field. A socially distanced interview to discuss the developments of today. Well, it's been a very busy day. Club President Darren Eales joining us to help us sort out all the reports. And Darren, thanks for joining us. What can you tell us about these reports of a sale involving Pity Martinez and Al Nazar?
Hi, Mike. Yeah, I can confirm there's a deal agreed in principle. So what that means is obviously, in principle, the deal's agreed. Pitty still has to pass the medical, but that means that the player won't be available tonight. And for us, it's something that was something the player wanted. It was a chance for him. He wanted to make that move. So for us, it's a chance for us to now do this deal, assuming it goes ahead, and then we'll look to replace in this window the DP slot.
We know you can't talk about the specifics of the deal, but were you a little surprised at how quickly everything fell into place?
Yeah, Jason. I mean, this things happen quickly in the transfer market, and look, in an ideal world, we'd want to be doing our business at the end of the season, not in the middle of the season. But this was something where the peculiarities of the deal that was on the table, the player wanted to go. For us, this is something that was the right move for the club and for the player. So you've got to be ready to move when that opportunity takes place. So that's what we've done in this particular case, and that's assuming it still goes through. Like I say, it's a deal in principle at the moment, but there's still a few hurdles to be met before it's completed.
Darren, the reports really make this seem like this is a significant move for all parties and for Atlanta United in particular. We know that you've had a lot of success on the transfer market, both purchasing players and selling players. I'm wondering if you see this as a major victory for the club in being able to come to terms and do this.
Well, I think, Mike, the important thing is, first and foremost, it's not something we were looking to do, but like I said, the opportunity presented itself. And I think our model's always been that we've invested in younger players where we paid a transfer fee. And of course, the difference there is we're not talking about dead money. We don't spend $6 million on a free agent on wages, where after 2 years, that's $12 million you never get back. We're always looking to invest in younger talent. And I think, this is an example here. If it does go through, where we've taken a player who was South American Player of the Year, we've ended up moving that player on, with his obviously has to agree to that as well, and it's a good move for him. But we also end up, getting more than our money back on that deal. And in this current market, in particular, I think it really gives us an opportunity, because it means we're going into a marketplace here where it really is a seller. It's a buyer's market in terms of getting those players. So I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, assuming the deal gets done, this is a move. The dollar figures that are being thrown around in the media put it on par with a lot of major moves in Europe so far in this window. What kind of flexibility could it give the club going forward?
Well, look, Jason, we always are looking to reinvest and reload, and that's something that we'll certainly be doing, and we do that on a continual basis. This is a case where, like I said, in terms of timing, this isn't ideal for us. We get that, but the reality is this was something where the particularities of this specific deal at this time was something that, in the end, subject to obviously getting agreed, was something that was in the best interest of the club and the player. But that doesn't mean by any means that we're saying that this season isn't a season we want to have success. So we'll be looking to fill that DP slot. And of course, the reality is we're always looking to invest, whether it's through younger players in the academy, through to what we do on TAM players, through to designated players. So that's something we'll always do in the future. And like I said, I don't want anyone to think, or any of our fans to think, this is something where we've got the deal and we're just going to sit tight. No, we're going to look to get someone to fill that DP slot this window, because we still feel we've got over 50% of the season to play. It's crazy. We're in the playoffs as things stand, because we're looking to push on, and who knows what can happen this year. And we want to give ourselves the best opportunity. So we'll be working hard to fill that DP slot. And like I said, also, Jason, this is something we're always looking to reinvest, whether that's in younger players or in any other mechanisms that come up in the future in MLS.
Darren, what are your thoughts on the match tonight against Inter Miami? Here's an expansion side that has a bunch of losses, but all of them only by one goal. It feels like maybe their overall record is not indicative of how well they've played this year.
No, look, we know it's going to be a tough game. I mean, look, Miami came in with all the hoopla and things haven't worked out, as you mentioned, in terms of the actual results. And I think they've been a little bit unfortunate in terms of the actual points they've got on the board. So, we're under no illusions. They've got players like, Pizarro. They're going to be getting, it sounds like another DP in to fill that slot. They're a team with a lot of talent all over the pitch, and it's going to be a tough match for us. But again, we've got to sort of be out there, give it our best, and hopefully now we're starting to get a few of those players that are back to full fitness. That as time goes on, I'm sure we're going to see better and better from the team.
Cheers, Darren. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Well, what a day this has been. Darren confirming that there is an agreement in principle to sell Pity Martinez to Al Nassr of Saudi Arabia. This is a very significant move for the club historically, and I know we can't talk about the specific numbers, but this is a situation, as Darren said, you don't want to be doing this type of thing at this point of the season, but this is a very peculiar situation and one that really feels like it's going to be a win-win for all the parties involved.
Yeah, this feels like it's a move that came together incredibly quickly on all fronts. And this is a move that, for that reason, is really being fast-tracked, it seems like. So you have to be in a position to be able to take advantage of those things. I think what's really impressed me about it is when you look at some of the numbers that major European clubs are purchasing players for in this window, this is a move on par with moves that major clubs are making right now. It's a big one, and it does create that ability to reinvest, like Darren said, to go out and find a way to make this team even better.
Well, we do have a match tonight, and there's an obvious ripple effect on the lineup now that Pity will not be playing tonight, as Darren confirmed, again, because of the agreement in principle to sell him to Al Nassr. So let's look at the starting lineup tonight for Atlanta United against Inter Miami, and let's take a look at how all the pieces are going to fit without Pity Martinez. Now, notably, look, Cubo Torres making his first start in an Atlanta United shirt tonight, and Barco, who was able to play about a half hour on Saturday, he is able to enter the starting lineup tonight along with Emerson Hyndman. That's a big, big help as Atlanta United tries to figure this out.
Yeah, surprises there, to be perfectly honest. I thought Cubo Torres was trending towards a start. We'll see how far he can go in this. But to get Barco and Hyndman back into this team, that's really a boon for Stephen Glass. It looks like the back line will be left to right: Castillo, Walks, Robinson, Escobar. Central midfield of Remedi, Hyndman, and Josetu. Lennon on the right, Barco on the left, Cubo Torres up top. This is a group we haven't seen that front six play together yet, and I like the chances tonight.
Part of that front six is Brooks Lennon, who has played every minute of every league match this year, and he'll be in the starting lineup again tonight. He is one of our players to watch. Brooks coming off his first goal in an Atlanta United shirt Saturday against Orlando City. I'm glad he finally got that reward because he has been working his tail off.
Yeah, Brooks Lennon's played as a right wing. He's played as a right back. He's played as a right wing back for this team so far, and he's shown to be excellent in the air inside the 18. Maybe not so much on that one. Walker Zimmerman might have some regrets about our selection of Brooks Lennon as player to watch here in this one. But Lennon has proved to be dangerous when he gets forward and combines. You see him here with Cubo Torres in Cubo's first appearance. When Lennon can give you that ability on the right side to cover so much ground, to drop back and defend even from a right wing position, but also to get forward and attack even from a right back position, he gives the team a lot of balance. He frees up Franco Escobar to get forward. He can be an outlet for passes, as we see here. Lennon's ability to play a lot of minutes in a lot of different roles and be dangerous throughout has really helped this team in 2020.
Yeah, and you see examples of him creating goal-scoring opportunities, but also putting in a tremendous work rate defensively. Julian Carranza for Inter Miami. Stephen Glass said Inter Miami is a team that plays very positively. They're strong in the attack. Tell me what you think about Carranza.
You talk about putting pressure on the opponent defensively. You wouldn't normally think of that with a forward, but Julian Carranza covers a ton of ground and puts defenders under pressure, and we know Atlanta United wants to build out of the back. That part has been there since Carranza got into the team in Miami. Now we're starting to see the goals that they expected when they signed him from Bonfield last summer. This is a brilliant header on a great cross to the back post, but to be able to shape his body in this situation, stay onside, take a look at where the goalkeeper's positioned, and place the header. That's a very savvy play from a young player who's got a lot of room to continue to improve.
Feels like there are a lot of similarities between these two clubs, and personnel-wise, there are commonalities, obviously. We'll see Leandro Gonzalez-Perez tonight. We'll see Breck Shane tonight. We're going to see Mikey Ambrose tonight, Paul McDonough, who was with Atlanta United, now the sporting director at Inter Miami. So obviously a lot of parallels. But when we talk about the tools to this match tonight, Atlanta United, obviously, they want to score more than one goal. That's going to give them a better chance to win. You think getting as many players, and especially wide players, involved in the attack will be important?
Yeah, they have to be more fearless in the final third. That was something that we talked about a lot during the match against Orlando City. You had a lot of possession. You had a lot of possession in the middle third, but at times it felt isolated going forward. These are some of the times that you saw some combinations, and you also saw attacks from wide. Miami's going to give you the ability to get in down the flanks, and you're going to have that movement happen off the ball. That's something that's been lacking, honestly, all season long. The moments where we've seen movement off the ball, where there is an ability to combine here, like you saw Barco and Pitti there, the team has looked much better. There's been a flow to the attack. But this is the goal, and we talked about Brooks Lennon earlier getting forward. He's the right back in this situation. Jurgen Damm is the right winger, and it's Brooks Lennon who is inside the 18, around the penalty spot, puts a header away. You've got to have the courage to get forward in those moments, because when you can create overloads, you have a better chance to make something good happen. And Atlanta United is going to have to get numbers forward against the Miami team that likes to get numbers forward themselves. When you can transition quickly and get into the attack, Atlanta will have opportunities tonight.
I'm excited for this match. I'm excited to see Kubo Torres in a starting role. And I think, again, looking at that attacking trident with Kubo, Barco, and Brooks Lennon, with Pitti Martinez now, again, agreement in principle to sell him, it might look like this for a little while. So it's good to start building that continuity, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Barco will have the freedom to come inside and find space for the game. We know he likes to carry the ball on the dribble. Lennon will stretch the field wide, but we know he can come inside and put shots on target. I'm looking at Hindman. I'm looking at Hosetu. If one or both of them can join the attack at multiple times tonight, you're going to see some goals in this one.
And I'm excited, too, because as Darren Eales said, Atlanta United's intent is to find another designated player before this transfer window closes at the end of October. So it's going to be silly season. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for our supporters to watch.
It is a buyer's market right now in a lot of the places that Atlanta United has shopped in before for this roster. It's a good time to have some money in the kitty.
7 o'clock on FS1 for Atlanta United and Inter Miami tonight. We'll be back with you on the AT&T Countdown to Kickoff Saturday evening as we get you set for action down in Orlando between Atlanta United and Orlando City. For Jason Longshore, I'm Mike Conti. Thanks for joining us on the AT&T Countdown to Kickoff.